when I made that intro, that in that like the last little like hey bit of it, and just in case you at home just listen to the audio feeds, it was a cute little intro that plays on the video feeds live, and then the last little bit of it like comes on and then shows us, and I tried showing her and being like, okay,
this is when you have to be aware that things are happening.
Where you're being perceived.
I'm never aware of when I'm being perceived.
Yeah, I mean this is a real Monday ass Tuesday too.
Oh my god, it's worse than yesterday.
Yeah, time change Tuesday, man.
Also, I think Jeff's getting sick and therefore is getting me sick.
I don't get sick. It doesn't happen. It's not going to happen.
It did happen. It is happening.
It's not happening. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's happening right now.
This is, of course, Dork Duck Daily, your daily source for all geekery and complaints about Tuesday morning nonsense. We do this live on Facebook and Twitch.
Yes.
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., even when the week before 9 a.m. was like an hour later than it is now. I don't know if we saved the daylight, but it does feel like we fought a battle. I will give it that. As it's been kind of exceptionally like I'm tired, and I kind of feel like there's
Grandpa.
There's a malaise on the planet out there. But you know what? We're here.
Did you purposely your voice purposely break?
Yeah, we're here. We're here to fight the Tuesday morning blues.
You sound like you're slowly losing the motivation to fight anything as you're saying that sentence.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
When a lot of people get sick, I get awesome instead.
You say that.
The Barney Stinson mentality for life. So good morning, everyone. It is, of course, time to do the segment in which we cover all the news that you need to care about. It's a segment that we like to call, what do we call it, Selena?
You can say it today.
What?
You can say it today.
It's called the Daily Quack. Super Mario Brothers movie sequel has been confirmed for 2026 by Nintendo and Illumination.
Oh my god.
This comes from RJ over at Reddit. The following news should come as no surprise due to the overwhelming success of the first movie. But it's official, the Super Mario Brothers movie sequel has been confirmed for 2026 by Nintendo and Illumination. Super Mario Brothers movie sequel. That's a mouthful to say every single time. The Super Mario Brothers movie sequel will feature nearly the same production team as the first, with Matthew Fogel writing, Aaron Horva and Michael Jelinek directing, Nintendo producer and legendary video game designer Shigeru Miyamoto acting as representative director and founder and CEO of Illumination. Acting as representative. Oh, they're missing a comma there. Okay, I was like, Miyamoto is not the founder of Illumination. Yeah. With founder and CEO of Illumination, Chris Melandri producing. Miyamoto made the announcement on the official Nintendo Twitter X page in celebration of Mario Day.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, we have a lot of Mario news.
March 10th was indeed Mario Day. I keep forgetting that. Someone texted me, they're like, Happy Mario Day. And I was like, what? What's that?
It's because the date makes
I
Mario.
know, okay. I was just a little slow on the uptake.
Therefore, we have to make a whole ass corporate celebration about it. This is Miyamoto. We are now creating a new animated film based on the world of Super Mario Brothers. This film is planned for the release in theaters on April 3rd, 2026 in the U.S. and many other markets throughout the month of April and other territories, Miyamoto said. He continued, as for the details of the new film, as I often say, we'll let you know once we're at the stage where we're ready to share more. How did you feel about the Mario movie?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Everybody was mad about Chris Pratt.
The Chris Pratt of it all?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was funny that the Garfield thing was announced, I think, basically at the same exact time.
I'm still pulling slime out of my hair, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she laid down in slime.
I didn't lay down in slime.
How did it get in your hair then?
I was playing with it, and it must have just, like, some of it must, like, fell into my hair, because I was like...
It was like, yeah, we're a little groggy this morning, but at 2 a.m., I'm like, maybe we should go to bed, and she's just playing with slime.
Yeah, in the bed. You're lucky I didn't, like, open that, like, container of, like, toppings for the slime. I was thinking about it, but I need a wider container to put the slime in to properly store it, because, like, that little milk bottle that it came in is really cute, but it's, like, it's not going to store it. I also need to dry it out a little bit, because it's wet. The slime is...
You were like, do you want to touch it? I was like, no, it's gross. Like, I've never...
It was very sticky.
I don't understand slime, ever. The purchasing of it, the making of it, I'm always just like, that looks like a not fun time. I brought you to a toy store on Sunday just because I heard they had good cotton candy. And then I was like, here's the cotton candy. And you're like, oh, slime.
Yeah, well, the slime was directly next to the cotton candy, so...
And now it's in your hair.
And I've never seen, like...
At least if the cotton candy was in your hair, you'd have a snack.
Ew. I would not eat cotton candy out of my hair. That's how you get worms.
I'm not sure that's scientifically
That's what my grandma told me. And would my grandma lie to me? No. No, she would not. Also, I feel the need to elaborate for some reason because my brain just now registered what you said about the Garfield movie announcement. I don't think it's funny that people were mad about Chris Pratt being cast. I just think it's funny that he's, like, being cast.
In everything?
Yes. Like, he is completely and it's so weird to me because, like, his voice isn't... It's not bad, but it's not, like... I don't think he has range. He just sounds like Chris Pratt in everything that I've ever seen him in. So, just, like, I don't know. I'm not mad or happy. I'm just kind of like...
I just get the sense that he's just like he's a really good base hitter. You know, like, and you look at things like Illumination, which, like, asking what people think of that Mario movie, I think it's the most base hit of a movie ever. It's fine.
Mid.
But, like,
the kids would say.
That's what Illumination does, is they make things that are just fine.
Yeah, it's the Minions studio, of course.
Well, you would think that was horrific then, but Chris Pratt is the guy that boards love because he shows up for work, probably, doesn't cause any drama. And, like...
Well, I don't know about that.
And is, like, he might cause, like, you know, like...
Drama.
Like, drama in, like, the Twitter reaction sense, but, like, I'm sure, like, as far as, like, I'm sure that they're just like, hey, great to work with you, Chris. Like I'm sure he's a pretty chill guy to work with on the set and stuff. And
he just fights people every time he walks on the set physically.
Well, there are people that do that, though, that you're like, why doesn't this person work anymore? And then you start hearing the stories. You're like, oh, that's
why. You know.
But I just thought the Garfield thing was funny because it was like, he was not, the announcement happened back when the Mario one did, and then when they, like, a year or two later were like, in this Garfield movie, people are like, it's happening again.
It's like, but it's been happening.
But it's been happening. What are you talking about?
Yeah, calm down.
All right. In additional Mario news, Lego's new Super Mario kits focus on the franchise's most mischievous characters. This is from Cameron Faulkner over at Polygon. Plus Mario Kart sets are coming in 2025.
Nice.
That's like a Lego Mario train. That's cool.
That is pretty neat.
Lego has 3 new Super Mario sets launching August 1st, and it teased Mario Kart sets coming in 2025. While it only showed a silhouette of Mario's signature cart. It's pretty exciting, nevertheless. As for 2024 releases, LEGO dropped a bunch of details on new sets as part of Nintendo's annual Mario Day celebration. With every release, it seems like the possibility for antics multiplies. Case in point, Roy, King Boo, and Bowser star in upcoming sets. The Bowser Express Train set shown above is a big 1,392-piece set that'll be on sale for $119.99.
Wait, who's Roy?
What? Roy?
Yeah.
One.
I know who King Boo is. Obviously Bowser. Who the fuck is Roy?
Isn't he one of the Koopa kids or something?
His name is Roy?
Well, did you play the Super Nintendo Mario game?
Yeah. Tons of times.
Like each one of them has like a
name?
Yeah. Yeah. That guy.
Stop. Jeff showing me a picture of fucking like weird pink-haired Bowser wearing sunglasses and telling me that I'm supposed to know who this character is. What?
Roy Koopa is the second largest and third oldest of the Koopalings, Bowser's offspring in older games, behind Morton Koopa Jr. Roy debuted alongside
Morton Koopa Jr.?
He debuted alongside them in Super Mario Brothers 3.
What?
This to me is like our 9-year difference, because I'm just like,
I never knew they had names.
I'm like, what are you talking about? But I played so
like,
much.
That's Roy, duh.
I played so much 3, and I played so much Super Mario World that I'm like, what are you talking about?
Do they say his name in any of the? Well, obviously in Super Mario's 3, but like, do they say his name in any other games, or is he just that guy?
He's the 5th boss in 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the 5th boss in Super Mario World. Like, he's very heavily featured in those games.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever caught his name as Roy.
Well,
is he holding a microphone? Is he gonna sing to me? He looks like he would. Is that his hair, you think?
I always thought it was like he was wearing a do-rag because it was the 90s. That's what we did.
I think that's his hair, bro. Like, I think that's his hair. I think he's got a little like bowl cut and it's pink. Right? Or is that his hat?
I have no idea.
Can you click on the picture so I can see it bigger so I know? Yeah, that's his hair, right?
I think
there's like a lump.
Might be also, that's not a microphone, that's a scepter.
It looks like a microphone to me.
Benjamin says the Mario movie was good. Drew says the Mario movie was fantastic despite Chris Pratt. Drew also says, I don't think I knew any of them had names other than Bowser
Right?
Jr.
Same. Like, that's why when you were like, Roy? King Boo? I'm like, wait, who the fuck is Roy? And then there's one named Norton.
So you have to remember at the time, back in the day, the way this.
All right, I'm gonna put some knowledge on you right here. Okay. When did the whole ground is shaking. When did the game come out?
Which game?
The one in which Roy is in. For the
Super Mario 3?
Yeah, when did that come out? When was it popular? When were people playing it the most?
I mean, the movie Wizard. Okay, here you go. The movie Wizard. Have you seen the film Wizard?
No.
The whole movie about going to play in a Nintendo tournament.
Fix that. It's shaking a lot, like more than usual.
I don't know why that's happening.
It's because it's not fully on the computer, is it? I don't know either.
The movie Wizard is a whole ass movie in the 80s, starring the kid from Wonder Years. I think I'm trying to remember, in which he wants to play in a Nintendo tournament, and the whole time his brother's like, California, and they go on this whole ass road trip to play in a Nintendo tournament. And the end of the movie, like, and you're not going to be playing anything just anything, you're going to be playing Super Mario Brothers 3. Everyone's like, we get to play Super Mario Brothers. So it's part of the third act of that film that everyone definitely remembers. Drew says, I'm not old enough to have watched Wizard either. Okay.
Well, anyway, so that didn't really answer my question. So I'm just going to Google it. Thank you for your help, Jeffrey.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is a 1988 platform game developed.
Well, there you go. I wasn't even born yet.
I was 1 year old.
And yeah, I was not alive. I was not even conceived.
Super Mario Brothers World was, what's the year? 1990.
Yeah, but that was in Japan. North America was 1991. So I still wasn't alive yet. 5 years later, I sprang into the world angry and upset.
You have to remember just how different the world was, though, in that
I don't, because I was a baby.
We got a lot of this information from like things like manuals and stuff like that. We would go and be like, oh, okay, cool, let's open the manual. Oh, look, all these kids have names. The names were probably in there. We probably said them all. We probably talked about them on the playground of like, and Roy's the one with the weird pink head. Like, it was a different
yeah,
time.
No, I get it.
You know how, okay, here we go. You know how our kids can name every single Five Nights at Freddy's random character?
Yeah, that's just impressive, though.
But you know how they can name every single one and all their different lore and like spot them for. That's the way we were with all these Koopalings.
There's less Koopalings than there are characters in Five Nights at Freddy's, though. You saw the roster, you know.
There was a big roster of Koopalings. Like every single dungeon, you're fighting a Koopaling. There's a lot.
I guess.
Anyways, I think the sequel to the Mario movie by Illumination, if they're going to do it truly right, they should find a different Japanese animated movie and just make it the Mario sequel. That's a Doki Doki Panic joke. That
okay.
More than just me gets, I hope. Next story. MultiVersus has finally been given a release date. I thought this was fun to include because, you know, we were talking about this like last week here on the show. This is from Gavin Sheelan over at Bleeding Cool. After not hearing much of anything about the game for several months, WB Games has finally given MultiVersus a May 2024 release date. It's been a long minute since we heard anything about MultiVersus, but today, WB Games finally gave their multi-IP brawler a proper release date. The game was originally released in mid-2022 as an open beta, with several playable characters and even a season pass that added new people to the mix as time went on. But this was also a limited version of the game, so in some ways, it was weird playing it knowing that a full version was yet to be released. Then, from June 2023 until now, we've heard absolutely nothing, and considering the way Warner Brothers as a company has been operating lately, some assumed this game was dead in the water. However, working with Player First Games, the team came out with a brand new video and promotional art for their game this morning, both of which you can see letting fans know it would finally be released in full on May 28th, 2024. Are you going to be playing MultiVersus?
No, I'm not good at fighting games.
But you can play on various maps from our characters' legendary works, including Batman's Batcave, Jake and Finn's Tree Fort, Rick and Morty's Cromulons, and more. Play our innovative 2v2 co-op focus experience or the intense 1v1 and the 4-player free-for-all. New fun modes such as arcade mode, rank mode, and silly queue.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at games like that, so playing Smash Bros. Stresses me the fuck out because I can never tell who is where and who am I and who is anybody else. So like
That's great tuning in for Britain for a morning show. And it's like afternoon.
I was like,
we're dying.
It's not the afternoon. It's 9:30 in the morning after daylight savings.
It's not in Britain though.
I know that, but here it is.
Yeah.
I wish I was over there.
Because you would be like more awake.
In general.
Do they move the time around there, or is that just the hell that we live through here? Because it's like it's 9:30 here, about to be at least. It's getting close, but like where we live, this time last week was 10:30. Wait, no, the other way, 8:30. Yeah,
they do move the time here too. Oh,
I'm sorry. That's
yeah.
terrible.
I think it's silly that they do that. I mean, like, wait. So Springford.
This is the bad one. The one in the fall is the good one.
Because you gain more sleep.
Yeah,
more sleep time.
You get like that extra hour. I like that one.
I took a nap yesterday. It was all right.
Yeah.
I might have to take another one today. I think I'm just like.
Are you a creature who just naps?
I think I need naps if I'm going to wake up at 7 o'clock every morning and we don't sleep until like 2 a.m.
We could also go to sleep before 2.
Oh,
we
sure.
don't need to be playing with slime and getting it in our hair at 2 a.m.
That's not like a nightly activity for me, Jeffrey. You act like that's like my bedtime routine is laying in bed.
And Lindsay said our clocks change the 31st of March.
Oh, interesting.
So it's coming up then. Is it the bad one coming up for you too? Yeah, Snoopy, that is the Smash Brothers. I wouldn't call it a replacement. It's the over at the IP farm that is HBO Max Discovery.
Sorry, stretching.
Whatever you call that place over there that keeps shutting down game studios and everything else. That place they have their own Smash Brothers game. That had disappeared, and a lot of people thought it was being completely shut down, but now it's coming out in May.
Oh, Snoopy says they read an article the other day that hospitals see a major uptick in death and sickness around time changes. I could see that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm about to check myself in somewhere personally. Not because I'm sick.
I think we were, for the most part, fine yesterday.
You keep coughing.
But like, no, it's fine.
You keep going, and I know that cough. I've been with you 5 years. Well, on and off 5 years, but 5 years. I know that cough. That's the cough of Jeffrey is getting sick and his body has, like, you're like fighting it so much that like your body is like, please God, just let me get sick so I can get over it. And you're like, no,
it's not going to happen.
And so you just like every day though, the little coughs get a little more and a little more. And that's how I know. And then literally 3 days after you're done with being sick, I get sick. And I don't fuck around. I like let the sickness take me. I'm like, I'm not fighting this. I'm just going to just let it go.
So like in a zombie apocalypse, would I be the fighting for our lives and you're just going to be standing out there like, it's fine?
No, I wouldn't.
I embrace zombiedom.
No, but if I got bit, I wouldn't be like, cut off my arm. I'd be like, all right, I'm going down. I feel it. My immune system welcomes this disease. It's all good. But like, yeah.
You know, Snoopy says he's dragging ass, fighting death. I swear everything hurts. On a positive note, my kid feels great.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
That's everyone we've talked to the last.
Not that
few
you're
weeks.
sick, but that your kid feels better. Like you win some, you lose some.
It's been going around. It's been nasty. So you're not going to play MultiVersus?
I'm not. No. Again, I'm really bad at fighting games and games like Smash Bros. Like I get really stressed out because I can't keep track of who is who. Even when I was playing with the kids, because we were playing Smash Bros, they kicked my ass, like, which is crazy because it's a 9-year-old and a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old.
They've gotten good though. And
they have.
They do nothing but because I used to destroy them in Mario Kart and Smash Brothers pretty consistently, and they turned a corner in the last year or two where that's no longer the case. And they do nothing but sit there and play over and over and over again.
They kicked my ass in Mario Kart too, but I think it was either Logan or Hunter, and I had to like reel in like the gloating because I was just like, it's not a good idea to sit here and rub my win in a 9-year-old's face. So I'm just gonna like, be cool about it. But in my like head, I was like, fuck yeah, I won because they're good.
They've gotten very, very good. Sometimes I will play them in Smash Brothers until I win. I'm like, sorry guys, it's time to clean up. I don't feel good about it, but like as soon as I pull it off, I'm like, all right, it's time to stop for the day.
Yeah, I'm good. I want to end on a good note.
All right. Ghost Machine makes Brian Cunningham their editor in chief.
Who's that?
I'll tell you.
Oh. So
Ghost Machine, we're recording this from Comic Shop currently. If you're unaware, I own a shop called Rad Raptor Comics, and Image is starting this new line called Ghost Machine, which is like a shared universe thing. They sent us a bunch of free copies, and they're like, "Hey, here's a big intro to our universe." A month or two ago, the creator owned. Oh, this is from. Rich Johnson over at Bleeding Cool. The creator-owned and shared universe Ghost Machine has announced it's appointed its first editor-in-chief, Brian Cunningham. Cunningham was one of the first editors and then executive editor at Wizard Magazine from 1993 to 2008, which we've sold some of those in the live comic show before. They're the big-ass like thing from the 1990s that's like, here's how you know what comics are cool. Before working as senior story editor/producer at DC Comics from 2008 to 2020. He was made redundant in the first wave of what was to be dubbed the DC Bloodbath firings of 2020.
Oof.
He was known for editing the likes of Doomsday Clock, Batgirl, Aquaman, Justice League, Flash, Suicide Squad, Green Arrow, Harley Quinn, Deathstroke, Teen Titans, Cyborg, Constantine, Wonder Woman, Superman, Supergirl, Legion, Green Lantern, and Nightwing, often working with Jeff Johns. Which makes sense that he landed here because this is like Jeff Johns is a big part of this here shared universe. Ghost Machine is a creator-owned, creator-operated media company from Brad Anderson, Jason Fabek,
There's so many names.
Gary Frank, Brian Hitch, Jeff Johns, Rob Lay, Lamont McGee, Francis Mandipool, Brad Meltzer, Ivan Rees, Peter. I'm sorry. So sorry, Peter Snidgeberg.
Are they?
If we run into him at
Swedish?
C2E2,
Are they Swedish?
tell me to ask him his name.
Okay.
Peter J. Tomasi and Metalsjö.
What was that?
It's tough names to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, you always give me shit because I don't know how to pronounce half the names of the signatures in the comic book show.
That's true.
So
we're thrilled to welcome Brian to the Ghost Machine family. Most of us have had the privilege to have him edit our work over the years, and we admire his endless passion, dedication, and attention to detail that make Brian the best comic book editor in the business. This is a huge amount of pedigree. It continues to be something where I'm like, okay, I should pay more and more close attention to this. But it continues, at least for my eyes, to kind of sit in that zone where I'm like, okay, we'll see. We'll see if this is a thing, because in 6-7 years of selling comics, there's been a lot of like, look at this brand new thing and look at all the people attached to it, and often cases that's about where it goes to. But I'm excited and hopeful.
I forgot to take my Adderall this morning. That could very well be what is happening.
That'll do it
Here. Because I literally just want to lay down.
Lay down and expire.
On the floor. Some floor time.
Lindsay says, my new favorite game is trying to make my daughter win in Mario Kart. I sit second place and protect anybody trying to overtake her. It's
Aww.
challenging. That's adorable.
That's so sweet.
Very wholesome. What's up, Dan? Down with the sickness has been off. Yes. Everybody be sick right now. And Snoopy says, rub it in. You take that 9-year-old and destroy them. Yeah, I need to take, Lindsay's path, but like it turns on you because I remember being that dad of just like, oh, let's try to sneak a win in there for the kid, and then eventually you hit a point where they just beat you, and you're just like, I don't like this. I'm not a fan.
Sometimes I feel like I would be more like, I love our children, and they are technically my bonus children, so I came in when they were already
Cooked.
They were already cooked. I was trying to think of a different way of wording it, but cooked is the right way to say it, I guess. But yeah, no, they are. They're very good at video games now, and sometimes I do wish like they were still like, because when my sister was little, I used to play video games with her all the time, and I would do that. I would like help her like get good at the video game, and it was cute and wholesome, and like I felt like I was like teaching her video games, and sometimes I'm like, oh man, I've missed out on that with the kids. But like now they just like kick my ass, and it's not fair.
You miss the whole bonus controller era.
Oh yeah.
Be like, Kate, can I play with you, Dad? Yeah, here you go. And they have a controller that's not you doing anything. But it also means you missed the most infuriating parental era, which is the Lego game era.
I didn't miss that. I tried to play that game.
They designed those games purposely to give coronaries to parents because, it's you play co-op and you play through the Lego game, and inevitably there's going to be some moment where like, okay, you can be Batman, I'll be Robin, that's fine. I'm playing Robin, and it's like you can do 90% of everything across then you hit that one moment. It's like, all right, they're only letting Batman do this because you only have the special shoes. You got to walk across that plank, and then it's like, do you want help? No, I got it. Okay, and do fall. It's okay, buddy. God. You got it. Do fall, and you're like, it's fine. It's fine. You'll get it. You'll get it.
You're shaking the whole camera,
and you're just like, okay. All right, and then you're just watching your kid's self-esteem slowly, and you've been doing exactly what Lindsay was describing with like you're doing the second place thing. You're in second place. You're shielding them from like, we're just having a good time playing Batman together.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. You got to be like, yo, man, you are fucking up this plank walk. Like, let me do this.
And then as a family, you play Overcooked together, and that's when it turns to you just yelling at them like you're a line cook, like. Like, your job is to wash the dishes and nothing else. You stand here.
Did we ever play Overcooked together?
No, I love our relationship too much to risk that.
No, we have tried to, and I think I was just like, no, this isn't working. Like, because
we've never played together.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we both played with our past partners a lot.
That is like the one thing from my ex that I'm like, we killed at that game.
Oh. And my ex and I did too, but like that doesn't mean we had a functional good relationship.
Oh no, same.
But we could 5-star and over.
Fuck yeah.
Have a happy household. No.
Hell no, but we sure did do those Overcooked levels really, really good.
Yes, turn full Gordon Ramsay is exactly it. Oh man, Drew says he just came off a 7-day flu recovery journey. Sickness be hit. Yeah, it's going around.
I'm trying to avoid it, but the way that it goes is Jeff doesn't avoid it because Jeff is not careful. Jeff gets sick. Jeff fights the sickness, like fights it, overtaking him and just letting himself get sick for a good 3 to 4 days of him just like gently coughing. And
I feel like we're on a week of you telling me I'm getting sick.
Because you've been fighting it. You need to let it take you so you can let it do its thing, run its course, because then I'm gonna get sick, and like I said, I'm not gonna fight it because the longer you fight it, the worse it is. Just take it, just like let it happen.
Just let it happen.
No, seriously, like that. Just you gotta, and then it gets out of your system, and it's gone, and you're good.
I gotta pull our sponsor up.
Yeah, dang. Always be forgetting that part, and then I'm like, hey.
I love too how I'm like, oh, this will be good because then we can like bring in other sponsors, and it's like, hey, did you remember to read the sponsor thing? I'm like, sure didn't.
Yeah.
Please give us money.
We promise we'll remember sometimes. I remember every time, but not you.
By the way, Dork Duck Daily is brought to you by That Effing Guy. That effing guy buys comic books, toys, cards, video games, arcade games, jukeboxes, pinball machines, or anything else cool or collectible. No collection too big or too small, cash paid on the spot. Make sure you tell him Dork Duck sent you so he gives us a little kickback. Helps keep this show on the air. Just give him a call at 269-358-7534. That's 269-358-7534.
Nice.
He does travel all over the country. I don't know if he makes it over to Britain.
Dylan says go lick a door handle and let the sickness take you already.
Go lick a door handle?
Yeah, that'll get you, I'm sure.
That definitely would do it.
Do you remember when people were licking, like...
Oh, during COVID?
Yeah, they were like licking things. I forget what that was all about. They were licking something door handly.
I mean, I was licking things during COVID. I don't know those door handles.
What?
So we have a segment we do every Tuesday. Where we ask a very important question.
Hey.
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I am the asshole?
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't date during COVID.
That was like, yeah, not for lack of trying. You were like, no, thank you.
Sure.
Oh.
I was not like, goodbye. I was just like, I can't go anywhere because COVID. And you were like, COVID's not real.
I was not like,
yeah, you were like, I'm not wearing a fucking face mask. I'm just kidding. Jeff wasn't like that. But
I was more apt to see people in various ways during COVID than you were.
Yeah, because I lived with a crazy. Well, not crazy for that reason. Crazy for other reasons, but...
Ross says lick doorknobs, not donuts.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I like donuts.
Same. Should have gotten a donut this morning. I didn't think about it.
I offered you one.
I know you did, and then I didn't want one, and then I had a hash brown, and I was like, oh shit, I am actually hungry. Who knew?
So every Tuesday we're gonna read. We're gonna go into the hive of scum of villainy that is Reddit. And
Reddit really sorry, I'm gonna stop interrupting you to try to get to this segment, but
you're fine.
Reddit, it is so difficult to do anything on Reddit now because you have to have karma in most of the subreddits that I go to. But then if you use a throwaway account or something to just post once, you now can't do that. So if you want to ask for advice somewhere anonymously, you can't do that anymore.
Whereas you used to be able to just vomit nonsense.
Yeah, literally just create an account and 3 seconds later be posting here or something. And
Reddit's not what it was.
Now you can't. You have to have karma, and you have to specifically write this is a throwaway account, and it's I'll just go talk to my therapist at this point. I used to talk to Reddit. Now I'll just actually
I mean,
go
that's
to therapy.
maybe a positive, I would say.
I would assume, yeah, because no.
Oh, Drew's now saying lick both donuts and doorknobs.
Yes, that was the thing. The lady that got arrested for opening and licking ice cream.
Ah.
Yeah, because what are you doing?
I forgot all about
Why
that.
would you do that?
So every Tuesday, we're going to look at the subreddit Am I the Asshole? And read the stories so you don't have to and bring them to you. Am I the asshole for being upset that my family exercises in my room?
No, what?
I, 16-year-old male, live in a house with my dad, 45 male, brother, 13 male, and my mom, 43 female. I love how he gives gendered things for each person. And then
You have to.
Yeah. I know you have to, but the dad would also.
Oh, I mean...
I used to have my own small room downstairs that I was fine with. My parents then decided to renovate and turn it into extra space in the bathroom.
No, then you're definitely not the asshole.
There used to be a storage room in my house that contained all the exercise equipment, including the treadmill and weights. After the renovation, my room was moved to there. The equipment did not move because there's nowhere else to put it, even though I have proposed numerous different spots in the house it could be. My family now uses the equipment almost daily.
Yeah, no, you're not the asshole.
and I have to leave my room due to invasion of privacy or too much noise to do what I want to comfortably, I feel I may be the asshole because I complain vocally about this usage and want them to move the equipment. This poor 16-year-old. What?
Like, they renovated his room into a bathroom, and then they were like, also, fuck you, we're putting exercise equipment. This poor child.
I'm just feeling bad for trying to beat my kids in Mario Kart.
Yeah,
and there's a family
like,
that's like, your room's the bathroom now. You can
go live in the exercise equipment room. Like, go fuck yourselves. That's so shitty.
They also say that I'm being inconsiderate of everyone else in the house and that I need to compromise.
Call CPS because
this has caused several arguments and yelling matches between I and my parents. This is insane.
Yeah, this poor child. Be like, if we like took our room downstairs that our oldest is in and like was like, yeah, no, this is the video game room now, like, or this is my art room, my cosplay room. Yeah, I'm gonna sew.
We're renovating for that. You can live here in the bathroom.
Yeah, like what? No.
Just be more conscientious of your family that has to come into your room to use the bathroom. This is insane.
Yeah, no, definitely not the asshole there.
Drew says rabid groupthink is a real thing. She was so convinced that COVID was real that she was willing to lick unpurchased ice. Wasn't real that she was willing to lick unpurchased ice cream to prove it. Yeah, I guess. I don't even think that, like, if you follow that narrative that that justifies that. I still slightly remember an era where, you know, things didn't have the seals on them that they do all now. Because they just didn't. There's a long time stuff didn't, and there was that thing in Chicago where the guy was a serial killer by like just he would open up like Tylenol and I think put arsenic in them or something like that.
Jesus.
And like ever since then, stuff has like, hey, this hasn't been opened before.
Yeah, which should have been a thing before, honestly.
Well, like anything in the like. So remember that time we were sitting and eating at Chipotle and like they had just all the like to go things just set out there.
That's a little different than like slipping arsenic into a Tylenol bottle.
Yeah, sure, but I said to you that day, like at some point that's not going to be a thing because people are going to start just grabbing them.
I mean, they already do.
Right, and so then they'll change their policy and like we start in a world of like this is fine because everyone will be nice and good, and then people do things, and then we have to like constantly adjust things.
Yeah, I've been burned enough in my life to where I'm just like, yeah, no, we should be prepared for that already. We should already know people are gonna steal your Chipotle and put arsenic in your Tylenol. Just like be prepared for that.
Yeah, Lindsay says people are nuts. Yep, Tylenol murder, says Manafi. Yeah, that was and it led to like it was recent enough that my entire childhood, my mom would just always be like, "Does that pop?" Because like how the ones that pop, that was to make parents and stuff feel better.
Yeah,
that you'd be like, okay, this hasn't been tampered with.
Yeah.
My mom was also convinced. Like I would go to leave the house and she would be like, "Don't grab any change out of vending machines." I'd be like, "What?" And she'd be like, they leave syringes with AIDS in there so that you go to grab the change and the syringe hits you and gives you AIDS.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes when I'm having a bad anxiety day, I like am very conscientious, whatever that word is, of like if I'm like, because have you heard like they put like razors underneath like toilet paper or something like that?
Yeah.
Or like on the gas pumps, yeah, or stuff
gas
like that.
Gas pumpies is the technical term.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll always be like, like if I'm having a really bad anxiety day, like you can never be too careful. Yeah. I'm not gonna like hunt our kids down and be like, oh my God. I mean, I get it, though.
Remember to be terrified of things.
That's what my grandma did, and that's why I have anxiety.
Dylan says, this is fine. People will be nice and good literally 3 minutes later. Well, damn it.
But also, she let me watch America's Most Wanted when I was like 6 years old, so that probably also gave me anxiety.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Okay, so like there's this one time, she literally sat my ass in front of the TV. You know how parents be doing that because they don't want to deal, which is
the babysitter.
Yeah, totally.
The babysitter you plug in.
Yep, great. It's great.
Mine watched me like 7 or 8 hours a day. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We don't have issues.
So, like, my grandma did that. She'd be like, all right, TV time. And she popped on America's Most Wanted and then went into her bedroom and started going through her sewing stuff. And it was like 6 o'clock at night during the summertime, maybe? I don't know.
How old were you when America's Most Wanted was the babysitter?
Maybe like 7, 8. I was younger than 10. I know that.
That's a choice.
Yeah. And her whole like story now is like, oh well, I didn't know that was on. It's like, okay, well, I feel like you put it on, but like even if it was a different show before that and then it turned to that,
it's not gonna go like SpongeBob to America's Most
like
Wanted.
You didn't fucking turn on cartoons. It was some news channel that you turned on for me. So there was this episode about this man that murdered an old lady with a rake.
With a rake?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
No,
I'm just saying to get the job done with a rake, like it's like that takes creativity, some like forward thinking. Like it's not gonna be an easy task.
Yeah, no. So this
wasn't designed for that task.
No,
it was designed to rake.
No, so it's just about some dude that would like come into neighborhoods and like beat up old people with a rake, pretty much. That's what I gathered from it as a young child, at least.
Was he like, "Hey, I'm here to rake the leaves and your face"? Like,
I don't know. I have no idea because I was too traumatized to like figure out what he was actually. Like, if he was a serial killer or if he just did this, like, attacked this one woman. I don't know.
Were you scared of men with rakes?
I was scared of everybody after that. Are you kidding me? I, like, watched that episode, and then I remember vividly, like, running into my grandma's bedroom, just, like, freaking the fuck out and, like, sobbing and being like, we have to lock the doors. We have to, like, turn off all the lights.
They sell those at Home Depot.
Stop, it's not funny. We have to like lock all the doors and like, is the shed locked? Like that's where we keep our rakes. And she's like, oh honey, oh my god, like what are you freaking out about? And I was like telling her, I was like, the TV said there's a guy and he's got a rake and he's gonna come murder you. And my grandma was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Later, like I'm sure she like probably like because we used to record stuff on the DVR too.
Yeah. And
so she probably like watched the episode and was like, oh, that didn't stop her from letting me watch America's Most Wanted though. That was just the sit down dinner TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I grew up over by Benton Harbor, in which there was a nuclear power facility like right there. And I remember I was like 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there, and it was like right after Chernobyl, and so like your Lifetime movies and stuff of the era, they did a Lifetime movie of that was like, hey, let's show what it would be like if Chernobyl happened here in America. And my memory as like a 4 or 5 year old was just like everyone was like, I'm playing in the yard. Like, which is not how it would happen at all.
Yeah.
But that's how they did it in that Lifetime movie. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, that's so terrifying. You could just be going and then you're done. Yeah. And I was so spooked. And my parents, thinking it was going to make me feel better about it, they're like, oh, son, it's fine. It's not going to happen. In fact, there's one like a few miles away. We can go take a tour. And I was like, there's one a few miles away.
God.
And I was deathly terrified.
That is upsetting. Yeah, no.
Lindsay says Rake needs Buffy. Yeah. Imagine Rake, definitely, if there was a murder weapon for the... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I legit, like, that was the start of my anxiety, and then it just grew from there. I remember in therapy just being like, hey, like, and like therapy started pretty early for me, and then it just like over time, like, just like cycled through therapists. But like, I remember being like 12 or 13 and just sitting there and being like, so do you think it's like normal to like worry that like every single second that you're in a car that you're gonna get that you're gonna get in a car accident, or like, what if like then you get in the car accident and then you find out that like you were secretly in a coma and everything was a dream? And my therapist is just like, I don't think you should be worried about all that stuff. Like, you're 12. Are you okay? And I'm like, no.
Lindsay
No, I'm
says, my little one's terrified of spiders because her mother is. I was terrified of spiders, and I tried really hard not to be for my kids. And in practice, like, I got better around them.
Yeah, but our middle kid is still... but also, I think it was just an excuse to not clean the room because there was spiders.
Dylan says, I can't even rake my yard without taking a break. That dude committed a whole ass murder with one. Not gonna lie, it's impressive. Terrible, but impressive. He also says, don't blame the rake. Rakes don't kill people. Angry gardeners do. Ross says, grandparent would put on the movie about the prince who was turned into a bear.
Is there what movie is that?
I don't know what movie that is.
Prince that turns... that sounds oddly familiar, though, so like...
I don't even know.
Huh. I don't know either. Okay, let's zoom through this last bit here.
Am I the
Wait.
asshole for walking in on my brother in the bathroom?
No, unless you knocked, knew he was in there, and then opened the door anyways.
I, female 18, live with my parents and my older brother, Max. Max is 22. Max and I share a bathroom, but he has an interesting habit, shall we say. He uses the bathroom with the lights off and the door open.
Okay. No. Stop.
At first,
This isn't real.
At first, it was only late at night, which he claimed was because he didn't want to ruin his sleep, which I guess I can understand.
I guess I get that too, but like, I can't use the bathroom in the dark.
But it's grown beyond that.
Stop. This is so weird.
To the point where he just never turns the light on and never closes the door. I can't stress enough, there's no way to even tell whether the bathroom is occupied or not by sight alone unless you see Max walk into it.
Bro.
I've asked him to please just turn the light on or close the door so I don't risk walking in on him taking a dump. His response is that I should knock before I go in. I think that it's stupid of me to have to knock before walking into a bathroom whose lights are off and whose door is open. I talked to my parents about it, and they agree, but they say they can't force him to do anything. I took to knocking at first, since I don't want to see him on the toilet under any circumstances. But I talked to my boyfriend about it, and his take is that I'm just reinforcing his behavior by knocking before I go in. And to be honest, I agree with him. So, I've stopped knocking. In my mind, an open door in a darkened bathroom means empty. I've never walked in on him intentionally, mind you, but I stopped caring about whether he might be in there. I've walked in on him a couple of times.
This isn't real, right?
And he's raised a big stink, haha, about it.
This isn't real.
But I'm holding my ground. My parents have asked me to please just knock and not be petty, but I really feel justified here. Am I the asshole?
If it is real, why?
Dylan says this dude is a psychopath. Ross says, knock you psycho, knock. I think this might be real.
I don't think this is real.
It's not enough.
No 18-year-old talks like that, first of all. Second of all, what? Go ahead.
With like, it makes sense in a world where it's like, it's like one of those houses that like the two kids are like downstairs. There's a downstairs bathroom. Like, and so it's like, there's not a lot of daylight coming in. So
I was going to say, because even when the lights are off in our bathroom, I can see...
Because we have a small bathroom. We don't have multiple bathrooms. Like, this is a big house.
If I walked into the bathroom and it was all dark and, like, there was just somebody in there this one time,
I'm not gonna name which kid. We have a kid that you could easily see like this being an argument where it's like one of my children would be this person who's just like, for the love of God, close the door. Like, I just like it. I got used to doing it with the lights off and the door open. It's fine.
Yeah, then I would argue that we do not reinforce that behavior and we turn the light on for them at that point.
Yeah, I would be turning the light on and slamming the door every time.
Like, I know some people are probably like, oh my God, like, let your kid be comfortable. But, like, I also deserve to be comfortable in my house. And that involves people shutting the door when they're taking a shit. Just saying.
Drew says it's on the bathroom user to make sure it's obvious that the bathroom is occupied. I think that's true. You don't close the door, you can't get mad and somebody walks in. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. It seems oddly specific. It could be like part of a routine. And like, I understand like accommodating somebody for their like needs, but
that's not a need.
But right. No, I know. That's what I was going to say is like, no, like whoever allowed him to reinforce that to the point where it became a routine needs...
Well, so like he's 22, she's 18.
Also, he's 22. Like,
so like, and he's 22, still living at home in a house that's not causing friction at all, where they like have a whole like suite where they have rooms and their own bathroom and everything else. So this is a rich family. Like they have space, right? And so he, as the elder kid, was probably... You know, when he was 16 and she was 12, he's just like, whatever, I do what I want. I'm leaving the door open.
Yeah.
And like now he's
22.
Oh, so it's a bigger age difference, 22 and 16. So when he was 16, she was 10.
Yeah, yep.
So he's just like, whatever, I'm leaving the door open. At this point, she's 16 and he's...
No, wait, she's 18.
Is she 18?
She's 18, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. So it's a 4-year, but yeah, he's the older sibling. He used to get to boss her around and just do whatever. The parents never were like reinforcing it because it's not their bathroom.
Yeah.
This is the first time this behavior has caused any friction.
That makes sense.
And like the dude's acting like a psychopath, and it's just the first time anyone's called him out on it. Which is what happens with rich kids, which is why we should eat the rich. This right here.
Whoa. That escalated.
It all comes together.
Just because they have 2 bathrooms, it doesn't mean they're rich. Oh, something just went boo-ba-doop.
Yeah, it's the controller that we still have that bad cord hooked up.
Okay,
I see. Yeah, realistically, I think it's the parents' fault for not enforcing it. You gotta be firm but fair with your kids. Exactly.
Yep.
Snoopy says, I have a bathroom and a random toilet in my basement. That's how I live. And I felt like I was rich when that toilet was working. It's not working anymore. Did
people use that toilet?
When it was working, yeah.
There's no walls.
There were walls then.
Where did they go? Can they be brought back? Because I really would like... I want my art room in the basement.
Yeah, I'll build it eventually.
You have been telling our middle child that you're going to build them a bedroom downstairs since I've been living there and before. And now I am being promised the same thing. And I just do not believe it. I'm just like, you're not going to build me an art room downstairs.
Once again, Dork Duck Daily is brought to you by That Effing Guy. That Effing Guy buys comic books, toys, cards, video games, arcade games, jukeboxes, pinball machines, or anything else cool and collectible. No collection too big or too small, cash paid on the spot. So if you have a fiance, for example, that you need to build an art room for, and you need to raise some cash for that, maybe
I think the whole building a room for your child is actually the priority there.
Maybe you give him a call. If you got some stuff taking up some space, you clear that room out, you sell him the stuff, and you get some cash in your pocket. Just make sure you tell him Dork Duck sent you, so he gives us a little kickback. Helps keep this show on the air. Just call him at 269-358-7534. It's 269-358-7534. Selena is going to be live later today at 3 o'clock on Twitch.
Oh, heck. I sure am. Definitely forgot about that, but it's okay. I didn't plan anything. I just forgot.
She's going to be playing some Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
And then she'll be live again tomorrow with the Patreon's Choice, where she'll be playing Fatal Frame.
Finally.
No more Minions.
You guys made me play Minions last week, and I just about had to, like, I was about to never do this ever again. I was about to quit this program. This project.
Yeah, we let the patrons pick what game she was playing, and it's very known that she hates Minions, and so they made her play a Minion Mayhem DS game. Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was surprisingly difficult. It was geared towards children, but then it got significantly harder and harder as the game went on.
I've never seen her take so many breaks during a stream.
I was about to start crying. Like, I left to go to the bathroom, and then I was like, what if I could just, like, guilt Jeff into, like, getting me to, like, stop playing this game? Like, what if I could just get him to help me? And he's like, no, you got to play the game. And it felt so much like the times where my grandma was like, no, you got to go to school. I like, this is your responsibility. You got to go to school. And he just exactly that was like literally guiding me back into the studio. Like, you got to play the game. You got to play the game. And I'm like, I already struggle with.
But Fatal Frame this week.
Yeah. I'm excited about that.
Dylan says, Jeff, I remember when you're setting up the original shop, you're going to build something. Call for help, please. Yeah. I do okay sometimes. Lindsay Play says, can we get a shout out so I can drop a follow? She's going to be playing on this channel.
Yes. Jeff made me get rid of my old streaming account.
I didn't make you get rid of it. We talked about switching yours over.
He won't let me stream on my personal Twitch. Help. I'm being held hostage.
Blink twice.
By this Dork Duck brand.
No, she'll be on this one. We're sharing this Twitch channel.
We're sharing a Facebook account. It gives those vibes. I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's okay.
We're trying to build up a brand.
I know. I was just kidding.
We're about to get married, so we're trying to merge our. So I had this whole branding that was Rad Raptor. We're in Rad Raptor Comics right now, and so we're trying to.
We're in Rad Raptor Comics right now.
Yeah, but we're the Dork Duck is like the union of our brands.
Can we put a sign on the door that says Dork Duck?
Sure, I don't care.
Not that door. This door. The door that goes into the studio.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sweet.
Andrew said he's not refinishing this table. This table in the studio says Rad Raptor Radio all over it. But
oh, it does.
Yeah, Andrew built this table.
I know. Andrew is so great at building things and just like he's a good cookie.
And he built his wife a greenhouse.
Can Andrew build me a greenhouse? Also, can Andrew build me a room downstairs for my art studio? And can Andrew build Logan's room? I love you.
I think the man's a little busy. All right. We love you all. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with this show again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and maybe a little more cheery.
Yeah, I think 3 days of
time change will be
time
enough.
change. Yeah, definitely.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.